I piqued your interest with the baby dolls in Brazil, so why don't we start there? Tell us about that piece of technology.
It's super weird. So there's this trend in Brazil going on right now called reborn dolls. And they're actually extremely lifelike. Like they even have one doll that's just, still covered in what's it called? It comes out of the womb. Embryonic fluid. Oh, and they have infants and they go to toddlers. And it's this huge craze in Brazil. They have women who have the dolls will have meetups in the park. And it's supposed to be, helping women who might be grieving the loss or maybe who can't have children. But the thing has taken on a life of its own. You have to see what they look like. So let's play the clip and I'll tell you more.
Is it?
Cara, eu amo o reborn, apesar dos hates que tá aí, tá difícil para nós, que eu gosto de ir pro shopping, eu queria ter o direito de sair. Não é parecido? Olha ele dormindo.
Conheci através do Instagram. Então, muita publicação, muita gente falando. E resolvemos vir justo hoje, que é o aniversário dela. E estamos realizando um sonho que ela queria muito. A bonequinha reborn.
Last one was the embryonic. Anyway, the whole thing is like creepy, weird. I don't know what you guys thought.
I don't like find something like that in an attic and it kills you.
Right. Exactly. But it's just become a massive craze, right? People are buying them. There's even, we don't know if it's true or not, but legislators wanting to ban taking these babies to seek medical attention because apparently that's happened.
Stop.
Rio de Janeiro, the city council has passed a declaration, I guess, honoring the makers of these dolls. Like it's just very quickly gotten totally crazy. They retail anywhere from like $125 to $1,800 apparently.
I still, what's the psychology behind that? I don't get it. Like you said, grieving mothers. Okay, that makes kind of sense. Although that's
terrible.
That's still pretty sad.
Let's say your child died. Instead of finding a healthy way to cope with it, you're kind of stuck.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I can't pretend
it's
to
affirming
understand
a
it.
problem.
And there's another aspect to it. Grace mentioned that before the show. Grace, you want to allude to it or not even touch that?
I didn't really want to, but I think that the audience can infer, putting two and two together, that unfortunately there's some very dark and immoral people in this world that will do very dark and immoral things whenever they get the opportunity, and some with that purpose have already been intercepted in different countries at Border Patrol coming into the country. They've been going undetected because of the age. They typically have not been looking for babies. Now that's starting to become on the radar that this is something that people should be looking out for in customs. To be used for underhanded means that I would rather not quite say. But something else to this, and I think, Chris, you alluded to this too, and Cindy, with seeking medical care. I read a post on X. Someone was saying they were in the UK and she was with her little baby, and her baby saw another baby, so she thought, in a carriage and kind of says, "Oh, baby, baby." And then the mom looks at it and all of a sudden, it's a doll. And she said that audibly because she was so shocked because it was one of the ones that we just saw, looked so lifelike. And the woman who had it then said, "Don't call it a doll. It's a baby to me. Don't call it a doll." And the woman that wrote this post on X was just saying like how deeply it horrified her. But it made me think, and like Cindy, what you were alluding to with some people trying to bring them to the doctors, is, what we've also encountered with, in the transgender issue. The issue is that, making other people affirm their reality. And I could see that happening with these babies, because in order for, especially if it is a woman that's lost her child or is infertile, can't have a baby, to her that baby is real. It has to be real. She has to keep that dream alive in order to, fill that void. So that means that other people also have to conform to that reality and also say, yes, it is a baby. How is your baby today? And not say it's a doll. And I think whenever we get into that kind of territory where we have to start, basically throwing reality out the window and affirming things that are not very healthy, like Chris said, I think that just really leads to a
You know,
dark place.
it's funny. I started seeing ads for these super realistic dogs, maybe cats too. I'm not sure dogs. And I was thinking, oh, that's not a bad idea. You get the cute, puppy to jump on you, but you don't have to feed it or take it for walks or clean up its crap. But, when you realize what the next level is with human babies, I'm like, okay, maybe in the toy dogs.
Okay, so that was the first part of the technology section. I'll just mention the vibes are way off on those kids. I'm not
way off.
Yeah, way off. If I see one of those, I would. Especially if I go to the hospital with my own kid and I have to wait because
taking time.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
emergency
exactly.
room. They're sitting there 6 hours.
that's when the reality snaps back in, and it's like, hey, buddy, that's not a kid. Get out of here. All right, I know exactly what you're thinking. That was a great clip you just watched. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to follow and also check out either these videos or maybe they're on this side. I don't know which side they're on, but we set it up so these are the videos that YouTube is suggesting to you as the best ones that you'll probably like the most. So check them out, this side, and until next time.